Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We are in the cut with Marvin. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk about, and most of it is not even music related. And I was like, I got to try and stay focused because this is your second project I think of the year that you put out. So
Yeah.
it's like you're dropping stuff consistently, but I want to start with the album title before we go anywhere else because I was literally in a room on Clubhouse arguing mans for like 3 hours about Bow Wow, and that whenever I see your project, I always think of that Bow Wow album, Beware of the Dog. But your album's on a dumb toxic vibe.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's called Beware of a Dog. So tell me about those times that you were going through that made you really want to call the album Beware of a Dog. Because that's not a joke name of a
It's not. It's not. So I was talking to this one girl and like I realized the relationship we had was really toxic. And it's not even because of her. It was really because of it was me, but like she kind of like added on to it, the relationship was not good at all. So the way I express myself is with my music, right? So I usually just write down about certain things that happen in my life just to let it like out, right? And my manager, Teddy, was like, we should do like because we try to drop every Valentine's Day, more of the R&B side kind of Marvin, right? So he said you should do an album called Beware of a Dog, more on the toxic side of relationships, because everyone goes through certain moments in relationships where you realize, oh, this is not for me. Let me like back out for a bit, find myself, and then get back into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, and you had this thing you said in another interview, when the shorties friends are preying on your downfall and then you mess up. And I felt that so heavy because, like, honestly, I'm lucky still. Like, shorties never preyed on my downfall that heavy. Like, I've always been the good dude. They're like, oh, you're the good, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just been blessed. But there's always a 1-2 who's like, yo, I knew that, whatever.
That guy, yeah.
Exactly. So, and then when you mess up on top of that, you're just like,
it makes it so much worse, bro.
Yeah. Talk about that and like putting it into the music, because I think like both of those, like one of those is already sus. Just the shorty hating is sus. Just saying you messing up is sus, but those together is a crazy L.
Bad. Yeah. So like, it was more in the sense her friends were kind of like, oh, I don't know about this guy. He talks to a lot of girls. You never know what he'll do, blah, blah, blah.
That type of time.
Yeah, you just met me. You don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing all that? Like, why are you doing all that? You don't have to do any of that. But I understand because they love their friend, so I guess at the end of the day, it makes sense. But me getting caught is like, fuck. Right? Like, it was bad. But not to like save myself, but it was more like at the time the relationship was already like strained. Like there was no more I could do. Right? Not to save myself at all. What I did was still bad, but
Nah, bro. I feel you so heavy. Like there's this meme that my friend sent to me, and it was like, when you're the one who cheated and you still cry.
Facts.
Yo. And I messaged her back. I said, yo, I didn't cry, but I should have.
You feel it sometimes. You be in your bed, you be thinking like, damn, I really just fucked this up for myself. Like, damn, that's crazy. If maybe she was the one, you never know.
Yo, and you're like, I really just did that. Like, I really just did that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I guess I woke up and just chose violence. I don't know.
That was heavy. That one was nuts. Because I was saying to my boy was like, think about the times when man get caught. That's the only times that man get caught. So it's like, the getting caught is enough pain for the rest of the time you don't get caught. Like it makes up for the rest. Exactly. And so I was like, as long as you get caught one time, that's it for you.
Like, over for you. That's your life.
Yeah. That's the end for you. I heard you had your song play on the announcements at school. That's pretty big time. Like that is pretty big time. Talk about that experience.
Yeah. So back in high school, we had like a little boy band, I guess you could say, right? With a few of my friends, my manager right now, my boy Ivan, Oba, few of my friends, right? So at the time we dropped the song on SoundCloud. This one on SoundCloud was like booming. We dropped it, and the next day it was at like 1,500 plays. We're like, whoa, who's listening to our song like this, right?
That's crazy.
And then our friend Oba, he used to work in the morning announcements at the time. So before we like get to our classes, he'd play our song. And if people were like singing along in the hallways and shit, we're like, oh, this is crazy. Like you feel like a superstar in your school and shit. I don't know. It was crazy. It was amazing.
That's nuts. I can imagine. I'm like, if a man had his track playing like on the announcements, like what?
Crazy.
Like, yeah, you can't. You like that's probably gonna be a top 10 accomplishment, like to the death. Like that's hard. That's hard to top. That's hard to top. With Beware of a Dog, when did you like start working on it? Like when did kind of that first initial idea come where you were like, all right, we're gonna do this project and name it this?
So initially the first song I started off with that EP was when I made Like Me, right? Okay. And the chorus is really like, I told you don't fuck with people like me, right? Don't fall for people like me. And it was like, wow, this is actually like, it's a bop. Like I like it a lot. And the message is like so true because it's like everything I said in that song happened to me, right? And I played it for a few of my friends, like, yo, I feel this, like I've been through this before, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, maybe I should just do like a whole album, EP, project, whatever, to kind of show people like not everyone's perfect, like you can make some mistakes. As long as you own up to your mistakes and change, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? That was the main goal for the EP. Okay. Like there's a lot of toxic things, but at the end of the day, it's like you gotta realize you gotta get better.
Yeah. You know what? Let me jump ahead to Like Me, because that chorus I told you don't fall for niggas like me. Let me tell you right now, like there's some bars that I'm just like, I just know y'all don't know about this. Like I just know y'all don't know about this. Yeah. And like for you to tell a shorty don't fall for dudes like me, that's already too far for them. It's like you're already toast. I'm trying to help you, and you're already toast.
You're making it worse.
Whoever that's about, do they know that it's about them? Do you think they'll know if they hear it? Like,
I think they might have heard it. I don't know if they know if it's about them. I haven't had no crazy text messages yet. So
okay, so you straight.
Yeah, I'm straight for now. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I felt like the thing I think with this project that really I guess made me like it is that I didn't look at it as toxic, even though you're talking like some toxic talk. I didn't really think of that. Like when I'm thinking of it, I'm just like, yeah, this is how men feel. Like, because you're right. Like we've all been through that type of stuff. So
yeah,
to you, it's just a memory. You're not thinking like, nah, I was toxic. Like
yeah.
Everyone's hearing their own story. So it's like you don't even really, I guess put yourself in that light. Like talk about that, because you're saying beware of a dog, and talking about yourself in this light. Like, what is it like to put yourself in that box where you're not saying you're the superhero? You're technically saying I'm the bad guy right now.
Yeah, like I was just trying to shed light on like, when you see like, I want to say when you see other artists, people think they haven't made. People think like, oh, their life must be so great. There's so much shit like behind closed doors that we go through that people don't technically see. Which is why we do the music. We try to shed light upon like certain things in life. At the end of the day, no one's perfect, like I said before. So if you mess up, that's cool. Just make sure you own up to it, right? But with me putting myself in that box is kind of like, there was like a risk I took, because most people I know are like, they say I'm a good guy, like I'm a nice guy, right? But they didn't know I had like a time way back when where I'm like, I was not the best, right? So it's just for me to show like a certain side of myself. Like I like to show vulnerability in my music, so
I feel that for sure, because I don't get that feel for you that you're like, I'm saying, dying on the toxic story. Like everyone has their boys where you're literally telling them, bro, you're gonna ruin her life. Just let her go.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I don't see you as one of those man. Those man you kind of like a spot from a mile away, and you're like, yo, listen.
100%.
This guy said,
yo, you guys need to chill out, man. Don't do all that, man. Come on.
No. Yo, it's facts. Like I'm friends with a lot of shorties, and literally like they'll be like, oh, so and so, I think he's cute, whatever. I said, nah, like listen, if you're prepared mentally,
then go for it.
Go for it. But if it's shaky, I'll tell you, you better stay home. You better stay home.
Okay.
So, and it's like that. That's what this project is like, putting you into that light. Even though I feel like that's not how you are all the time. I want to know what's your favorite song right now from the project? Like, I feel like that must change
My
all
own
the time.
project?
Right now, yeah, right now, what's your favorite song from that?
Probably Bavaria Drive, the last one.
Okay.
It's the most like vulnerable I was, and out of all those songs, like everything, everything just came out so easily. It was organic, you know. Probably my favorite one.
I think that's why, like, you said it too, and I said it too. Like, we almost call this an album, even though it's like 15 minutes or whatever. Because Bavaria Drive has outro vibes, like as if it's like, you know, the outro of the album. So it's like we both did it, like, you know, saying it's an album, but it's like it really gives you that feel.
Thank you,
outro vibes. But I want to know what you're listening to kind of outside of that, because there's a lot of dudes that would compare to you in terms of like your sound, but it's all dudes that are nice. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you might hear somebody be like, "Oh, you kind of sound like Riff Raff," or "You kind of sound like Yellow Wolf," you know. And it's like all the dudes I compare to you is like Black or Party, dudes like that. So it's like,
thank you, man. Well, I appreciate that.
No, for real. So I want to know who you're listening to. Like, who's the people that you kind of rate like that?
One of my favorite artists is Black, 100%. So you know, I try to listen to his music a lot and learn about certain things he does, because like his lyrics always hit for me, always hit. So I try to put that in my music. I listen to Black, Frank Ocean. I listen to a lot of Forever Friday, some Anders.
Okay.
Party Next Door, more the melodic trap soul R&B kind of vibe.
But you know what though, I feel like, because I feel like those are dudes that are really talking that talk, especially Black, especially Party, and Frank too. Like, I was on a past pod talking about one of my favorite Frank lines where he goes, "The way you say my name makes me feel like I'm that nigga, but I'm still unemployed."
Yeah.
Come on. I said that. I'm like, if you don't know about that, you don't know about that. Like,
you don't know.
That's a bar right there. So it's like, I feel like those dudes are the strong writers as well, with the, like, you know, the soft vocals to go with it. You had this line, and I can't remember what song this is from, but you said, "Love was never in my plans, never meant to disappoint you." And it's like that's an in between of, I'm not really trying to fall in love with you, but I still don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where kind of a lot of stuff happens. So talk about, you know, just that in between point.
Man, that in between spot's the worst spot to be in, brother. I hate that. I hate that spot, man, because it's like, you know, you have to break the news, but at the same time, you don't want to be the one to break the news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
damn, it's tough.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
It's tough. Literally, like, as I heard it, I thought it's one shorty right away. I said, "Yeah." I said, "No, I know exactly who that is." Like, not for real, because it's like, when you said love was never in the plans, but never disappoint you, it's almost like, because my bro, like, we had a joke about like claiming shorties. We're like, "Oh, like, just because I brought you to church doesn't mean I'm claiming you. Just because I will answer you everywhere doesn't mean I'm claiming you."
Yeah.
And it's like, love would never be in the plans. Like, you know, you don't show up, you know, to link with this new shorty on some, we about to fall in love. It's about, you know,
yeah.
That's never the plans, but you still not out there to be like, "Listen, I'm trying to hurt you as bad as possible."
Exactly.
So it's like, listen, I don't mind wasting your time, but don't be hurt too much about it. That's basically where we're at. And then this thing you said in the interview that I like a lot, because I feel like this is same for me. You said, "I like observing, not being observed."
Yeah.
And talking about trying to stay low key and not always trying to, you know, do too much. Talk about that in terms of like in real life as well, but as well in terms of like trying to get popping, you know, push your career.
Yeah. It's hard, man, because in real life I'm really like a calm dude, more reserved kind of guy, you know? Like, I'm not the life of the party, but I'll be at the party. You know what I'm saying? And as an artist, all eyes are on you. So you kind of have to show off, you know, have a certain kind of je ne sais quoi to you, right? But at first the transition was really, really hard. But my managers helped me get through it, because like I'm not used to being like the type of guy who's like braggadocious or talking all the time, you know what I'm saying? But they're like, you need to have a certain aesthetic to like you know, you need to show people you're a guy, you know. Sometimes being too humble is like, it's not good for you. And I'm like, I don't
That's the
know.
thing, you need to
Like,
show people you're a guy. That's a
yeah,
fact.
hey man, I don't know.
I felt that because that's why I'm too like before we were living in the Panzerati, my number one move would be to show up at the party late and leave early. Literally everyone knows, like from the time I come in, they're like, oh, Angel got like 45 minutes and he out of here. And it's like I'm saying we don't always gotta be like party, but it's like I think what I've learned, and I think we've all learned this during this time where we're at home and we're seeing everyone's online presence, is like you kind of gotta step out like more than you would like to. So talk about that side, because it's like, you know, for what I do, it's probably, you know, not as much for, you know, I see a lot of artists where it's like the manager telling them they got to make TikToks, or they got to do this video or this interview. You know, it's like that's for real. Like talk about the more. Cause I think you have done more of that.
Yeah,
since the pandemic started.
we definitely have. So in terms of that, it's like my managers is probably just telling me like, okay, yo, we have this photo shoot, this interview, and this interview. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I used to hate doing all these photo shoots and interviews. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, I just want to be low key as hell. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I want to get to where I want to get, I can't stay low key forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like people need to know what I look like. People need to know about me, because maybe they'll like the music and they want to know more about me. Right? It's all to better us in the future. So I don't really mind it anymore. But at first, I was I'm not gonna lie, I was really like, I was a baby. I was throwing tantrums and shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys, I was throwing tantrums. Don't even tell me that.
Yeah, man. Teddy, my manager Teddy was like, yo, if you don't fix it right now, it's over for us. So I was like, all right, I got you guys. Go.
No, you know, it's crazy because it really be like that. And I think, like, at least in my position, I see the difference where, like, I think a lot of artists, if they didn't have management or they didn't have PR people, they just wouldn't even think of it.
100%.
And it's like yeah, like that's like that's you're cool, that's cool, but I'm cool. And it's like there's like the rare group that like they would do it on their own. But I do really feel like, you know, if it was up to you, you just kind of stay cozy. But I think a lot of times like there's some like stuff about you that I feel like the fans, you know, wouldn't know otherwise, or wouldn't know your personality like that. So it's like, you know, I get it, but I feel y'all, because I could not even imagine if my manager was telling me, all right, you got to go start vlogging. I would have said, boy.
Yeah, bro. Like, hold on a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Am I recording or am I on camera? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. But yeah, you make a good point, man, because I had like a different interview with this girl named Sadiqa, and my friend from like grade 9. This is like almost 8 years deep. He watched the interview. He's like, yo, I didn't know you sang in the choir. I'm like, yeah, like I didn't show much people, but yeah, you know. So a lot of people don't really know a lot about me like that. So it's better to do these and have people know who I am.
And I think too, like especially with the music, I think once people hear music from you, they could picture in their head what they think of, you know, what you are, whatever. So every little thing that you add to that, they're like, oh wow, like he's this, he's that. So I feel like usually helps. This is one that I feel like I needed to get your opinion on, because I haven't gone through this in a long time.
For sure.
But we're talking about Drake and Drake's album. Now we know Certified Lover Boy's coming. And I wanted us to do like a Drake top, you know, ranking his albums.
Oh no.
because I'm like, we're Certified Lover Boy coming, we got to kind of reset the table and know what's what. Yeah. So I think I'll start, and I'm gonna put are we including So Far Gone? First and foremost, we're including So Far Gone.
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
yeah,
including So Far Gone. So I got you know, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and then I guess in my third spot I would put Views maybe. I'm not really confident in that. I think after that it's like a little bit of a drop off. But what do you got in your kind of top 3 spots before we go down the rest?
For number 1, Take Care, 100%. That one just
1,000.
Classic, timeless.
I would put Nothing for years.
100%. What, bro? When I first heard, I was in grade 9 when that came out, and I first heard Headlines, and I seen him in the video with the OVO varsity jacket. I'm like, nah, I need a varsity jacket. So I bought one. I felt like a guy, man. It was crazy. Yeah, man. Nothing was the same. Would be my number 2. And then my number 3 would really be If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I think I'll put. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna put If You're Reading This. I'm gonna put If You're Reading This Is Too Late as my number 3. Number 4, I'm gonna go What a Time to Be Alive. Yeah. You just reminded me. What Time to Be Alive will go number 4, and then this is my personally. I'll go number 5. More Life. I feel like there's some tracks of More Life people are sleeping on.
100%.
And then for 6, I guess you could go between Scorpion and Views for number 6.
Yeah.
Am I for? Oh, actually no. Sorry. Let's do So Far Gone before
So Far Gone.
we're being disrespectful still. Disrespectful. Yeah. So for So Far Gone 3, Reading This Too Late 4. What did I have at 5 again? What a Time to Be Alive. And number 6, we got More Life. That's a strong 6.
Yeah, that's a good 6. I'm not mad about that 6. That's a good 6. I probably have the same list, to be honest. But my manager said he put Scorpion as number 3.
Nah,
that's a personal opinion. I don't know.
I just can't roll with that. I just can't. I just can't. 3 Scorpion. You know what? Like, I'll give him this. My friend Mia, she's a huge Drake fan, and when Scorpion was out, Scorpion would play it as if it was Views or anything else. You know, so to some, I know some people, they played Scorpion like over and over and over like that, and they were caught up in the Pusha T everything, you know. So there's more.
Yeah, I feel that.
But like, nah, bro, Legend is better than any track on Scorpion. Like,
Legend's a big track, man.
Yeah.
So the only track from the only song from Scorpion I really have on like repeat would be like maybe Don't Matter to Me or Jaded. Those two.
Yeah. Don't Matter, Jaded. Yeah, nothing's on repeat even then. Like nothing's on repeat. So there's like some tracks that are good, like Teenage Fever is tough, Finesse.
Fire.
Yeah, Fire. But it's not the same level still. Like,
yeah.
I can't. Listen, I wish I would have known that before this interview, because this would have been completely different if I'd known that he was saying 3 for Scorpion. That is egregious.
You gotta get to him. I gotta talk to Teddy. I even asked like a few other people. His excuse is he gave me what I wanted, a rapping side and a singing side. But I'm like, if it's Drake, he's gonna give you that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you get that regardless. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The only time you haven't got that was If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and there's even some tracks on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you get the best of both worlds regardless.
Here's what I think. I think you can't inbox your shorty to Scorpion. That's just me. So if you can't box your shorty to it, then it can't be in top 3. Take Care. Nothing was the same. You could definitely box to.
100%.
Definitely box to. That's a crazy criteria. It's a crazy criteria. You can't box to it. It can't be in Drake's top 5.
No.
Yeah, you're not boxing to nonstop. Like, are you dumb? Like, like there's no way. Oh man. This question we ask everybody on the show. They say the top 5 people in your life represent who you are, help you be yourself. Or who are the top 5 people in your life who help you kind of keep it G?
Shit. Family and friends?
Anybody. Could be anybody. And the 5 don't have to be a 5. It could be a 3 or it could be a 10. Just whoever the people that help you keep it real.
I gotta put my pops there, 100%. My mom too. Teddy, Frey, Darren, AJ, Draco, Lucy. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
Who else is there? Rocky, Eden, Vaughn. I think that's 10. I'll leave it there. That's good.
Nah, listen, that was a swift 10. Okay, that was a swift 10. Most people struggle to get to 3. So the fact you got a swift 10, that's proper. That's proper. You got some real people around you.
Yeah, man.
You got some real people around you. We see a lot of artists when they get to the $100 million level, they buy exotic animals. Whether it's Mike Tyson with his tiger, Justin Bieber with his monkey, Michael Jackson with his monkey. So when you get to the 100 M's, is there an animal that you're gonna think of?
What animal am I getting? Oh shit! What animal am I getting? Oh, I'm about to get like maybe like a hawk or some shit. Maybe
that's cold.
Yeah, just have that little, you know what I'm saying? Walk around with my hawk everywhere. No cow. What's it called? A gauntlet, I think?
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
know.
yeah.
No cow.
Yo, that would be crazy. If I see a man walking around in the ends with the
It's a
hawk.
hawk? I'm a certified guy. You're not fucking with me.
Yeah. You're certified still. I don't want no problem. Holy, I did not see that coming. That's crazy.
I got a hawk, 100%.
I seen a hawk like maybe last year, and yo, the way the wings were so wide, I was like,
Ready,
it's over for you. It's over for you.
scary. And their talons are actually sharp as hell, bro. So nah. If I get caught in that, it's over.
Yeah, I went right back inside. I said, I don't want these problems. This is your ends now. this is your corner.
Okay,
this is your thing over here. Yeah. This is the last one before we get out of here. We do a section on our show called Wednesday Wisdom, hosted by Brandon Gibbs. He has a new motivational quote every single week. So we want to know, is there anything that you either tell yourself or tell the people around you that kind of keeps you going when you're having a rough week?
When I have a rough week, damn. I don't know if it's a quote, but I remember I saw Ed Sheeran, because I used to listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran back in the day too. Mm-hmm. Ed Sheeran had like a little interview. He says there'd be days where like it's like pumping out water. When you're trying to fix a tap, you're gonna get a lot of shit water coming out, and it's gonna happen. It's a process. But when the good water comes out, you know you're in your element. So just keep working until you get to that good water. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know that interview. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Ed comes with the gems, but it only makes sense still. It only makes sense still. Like I don't miss. Like I does not miss. Man, thank you for joining us. Can you please tell us about what's happening for the rest of the year for you? Do you have any plans for the summer? Are we gonna get another tape? Like what's happening next?
So actually we're dropping a single real soon. Dropping a single on like, what's the date today? It's 19th. I want to say 3 weeks maximum. We're dropping a new single. It's called Way Out. Okay. It's more of my not on the R&B side of things like Beware of the Dog, but more of a hip hop kind of jumpy vibe, right? Okay. It was more me just portraying like people kind of get envious when they see you do well, or the people who don't like you, right? And it's like I'm just trying to find my own way out, right? Like I'm trying to get my own back, like you guys are. So why are people hating on me for finding my own way out, right? That's the whole concept behind that one. We're dropping that. We're trying to drop another project, hopefully by the end of the year, but a whole lot of music this year. Okay. This summer, we're trying to have, if COVID allows us, we're gonna have like a little show, maybe a little show.
Okay. And like, was it gonna be like on Brampton, or you're thinking who doing that like in Toronto?
We're thinking in Toronto. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right, let's keep our eyes open for that. If you're listening to the pod for the first time, make sure you are subscribed. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, leave us a rating, 5 stars, not a single star less. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, that's at The Cool Table Live, and on YouTube at The Cool Table Live. But until next time, know yourself, know your worth.
Oh, facts. Thank you. That's a good one. I like that one.